Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're exploring the concept of archangel healing. We've got this interesting audio source you shared.
hmm
And our mission really is to understand what this actually entails. The benefits it talks about, how one might engage with it.
Yeah, sort of get a handle on it.
Exactly, to
Yeah,
give everyone a clear, concise understanding of this, well, spiritual approach to well-being.
absolutely. And the audio, it jumps right into some pretty fascinating territory. It talks about healing beyond the physical,
Right.
this idea of soul level renewal. And it positions archangels as these messengers of God.
That phrase really stands out.
It does. And it immediately makes you wonder, doesn't it? Could healing involve more than just, well, fixing the body?
Like addressing emotional stuff or energetic imbalances.
Exactly. Maybe using spiritual connection alongside more conventional methods. Have you ever considered that kind of approach?
It's definitely food for thought.
Right.
Okay, so let's try to unpack the core idea here. The audio describes archangel healing as a truly transformational process. It involves what it calls divine light and energy.
Yeah, it uses those terms quite a bit. Divine light.
It paints this picture almost of these archangels offering their presence, like a comforting embrace, providing strength, love, and this pure vital energy. It's quite a compelling idea, actually.
It is compelling, and the mechanism, it seems, isn't about a physical cure in the usual sense.
Right, not like taking a pill.
No, it's more about receiving these uh, beneficial energies just through their presence. The audio specifically mentions how this can help with, say, emotional wounds
Yeah.
and clearing what it calls energetic blocks, which is interesting. It sort of reminds me of the psychological benefits of like a strong support network.
That sense of security and comfort.
Exactly. A kind of spiritual support team, perhaps.
Now, here's where it gets really specific. The audio actually names particular archangels
It does.
and links them to certain roles. We hear about Raphael
Oh.
for healing generally.
That's the one. Raphael for healing. Then there's Michael for protection, which, that concept is found in loads of traditions.
True. And Gabriel.
Gabriel for fostering inner peace. So it's almost like having these specialized celestial helpers you can call on.
Right, like a specific contact for a specific need.
Precisely. And, if you connect this to broader spiritual beliefs, the idea of divine intermediaries, well, that's not unique.
No, definitely not.
But what's really highlighted here is their direct involvement in our well-being, helping with things like illness, fatigue, emotional pain.
So practical help in a spiritual sense.
Yes. The audio really emphasizes the potential for gaining hope and clarity through this connection, especially, when things feel overwhelming or chaotic.
Okay, so it's not just about passively hoping for the best then, right? It sounds like there's something you actually need to do.
That's a really important point. Yes.
The audio stresses the need to actively invoke these archangels,
Invoke.
to consciously connect with them energetically. And crucially, it says to request their help in the right way to get this divine healing.
Right. Which suggests your intention, your participation, it's key.
So you're actively involved in the process.
That seems vital, yes. It implies a need for engagement, for, reaching out in a specific manner. Now, the audio doesn't detail exactly how to do this.
Doesn't give you step-by-step instructions.
Oh, but it raises an interesting question for the listener, perhaps. What might it mean to actively seek a spiritual connection? And how might that intention, just the act of seeking, how might that influence your well-being?
That's a good question. Okay, so to sort of bring this deep dive together,
Yeah.
archangel healing, at least as it's presented in this audio source, it's essentially a spiritual practice. It's focused on receiving divine energy
For emotional, energetic.
and potentially physical well-being.
Yeah.
Now, all through connecting with these celestial beings.
Right. And considering, the potential for spiritual practices, maybe complementing other approaches to health and well-being.
This deep dive kind of leaves you with this thought. What might it mean for you to explore different forms of interconnection, whatever those might be that resonate with you personally?
And how might exploring those contribute to your own overall sense of wholeness?
Exactly. Just something to perhaps reflect on.